Hey everyone, MLive's Brendan Quinn here alongside Michigan football beat writer Nick Baumgartner after Michigan's loss to Maryland, final home game of the season. Another day, another loss, more disappointment, so on and so forth. But let's start when we talk about today with Jim Hackett.
Sure.
Beyond the football game itself, finally got to have a little sit down with the AD. What'd you take away from it?
Well, he kept saying, operative phrase there being end of the season. Obviously, the big point there is Brady Hoke. What's he going to do with Brady Hoke? He says he's going to evaluate him at the end of the season. At first, wouldn't say what that means, but then sort of worked his way around into basically saying by the time the Ohio State game is done, he's going to know or have the information he needs to make some sort of evaluation and decision. So my take on that, if we're reading between the lines, is once this regular season is over, that's when the evaluation will come. Now, we see they lose to Maryland, and odds are they're probably not going to beat Ohio State, so they probably won't make a bowl anyway.
Right.
So it sounds like that evaluation
coming sooner or later.
Will come at the end of after that Ohio State game.
With today's game, and it was just kind of there was just so many moments in the game that summed up the season. Which was a bad penalty that turned the game, just a bad decision, a bad coaching choice, this, that, the other thing. This game, what was your...
Just a litany of self-inflicted wounds. You know, you block a guy in the back on a punt return 6-7 yards away from the ball. I mean, it was a legit block on the back. It wasn't a bad one. He pushed him and pulled back, but he's so far away from it. You didn't need to do it. But you do it anyway, and that gets yanked back. You go up 14 points if that punt return goes, and then maybe you run away with this game. Then you go for it on fourth down from the 32 up, what was it, up 10, up 7? Could have gone up 10 midway through the third. You burn a timeout before that play because you don't know what to do, and then you have to burn another one a couple minutes later, and you're all of a sudden you've used 2 timeouts in the third quarter. So then when you blow it, I mean, it's so many different things that they inflicted on their own selves, and a lot of it's with Brady Hoke, and they're a bad team. They're a sub-500 team, period.
End of the day, the game was totally in control, and then they lost control of it, and they blew it. And as the rain starts to pick up, we're going to cut this one short this week, guys. But we'll be back next week on Monday from Brady Hoke's weekly press conference, and next week coming to you from Columbus, Ohio for the season finale. So for Nick, I'm Brendan. Thanks a lot.